We're
draft
drafting
season.
a main event team on FFPC, $2,000 entry team. Grand prize of $1 million.
I'm looking for that $1 million top prize.
Main event season is in full swing.
District, you know the Pope listens. Dynasty, our religion, for the blokes missing. On all of these trades, on all of these plays, on all of these grades. By the end of the day, y'all getting played. So, what you gonna do next? Try to fill up that flex? Send the homie a text? That trash offer's the best? You try to make it complex, then they text you back. Now all of a sudden they don't make any sense. Broaden your horizons, boy. Dynasty's not for the Simons, boy. These trades not for consignment, boy. Respect your opponent, y'all some piranhas, boy. This my advice, from me to you. Open up your cute little podcast queue. Search up GOAT District, my dude. Pop it in your ear, man, y'all know what to do. It's the... And I always be trading. And I always be trading. And I always be trading. Y'all try to betray them, but first you gotta bait them. Fish.
What is up, Fantasyland? We are back in the draft room, GOAT District Edition, for a FFPC Main Event, $2,000 entry, $1 million up top, the biggest tournament in fantasy football. I'm with my man Dan, tag teaming this tournament. Dan, one of my funnest things all year is doing main event drafts with you. We won our league last year, got us far enough to get us this entry, and now we get to take another swing at the $1 million grand prize in today's draft.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this too. You and I, we always do real well when we team up together. So, the power of two. That's one of the things I love about drafting with somebody else is you get other ideas, other thought processes, and, with two people both working at it, makes it better for both of you.
100%. It's always nice to get two views, two opinions, two choices, whatever it is. We always make it work. Even when we don't disagree, it doesn't take long for us to figure it out. So this should be a fun one. We're in the 3 spot, finally in the front end of the draft. I don't know what it is, Dan. It was the same thing last year. Any draft I enter, I'm either the last 2 picks, 8 or 9. This is the first one in a while where I got at the front of the draft again, and I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah, it does feel nice to be up front this year. Last year it wasn't too bad being in the back end, but middle back it was a little bit more even last year across the different picks. But this year it feels like it might be a good year to be up front.
So for those who haven't seen it yet, the big gorilla that you and I did right now, Dan, is the most viewed video this offseason on the channel. So make sure you go check that out. I think we're almost at 1,100 views. So Gibbs definitely an option. If Chase falls, he's definitely an option. You've got Bijan and CeeDee Lamb. Anyone else? Maybe Bowers in this range that you're thinking in the 3 spot?
Yeah, maybe Bowers. Basically, the way I look at it is we're going to have a couple decision points coming up at the 2-3 turn and then at the 4-5 turn. At the 2-3 turn, there's a decent chance that Kittle will be there. I would say 75% at least. So we have to decide, if we're interested in Kittle, then I don't think we want to take Bowers. If we're not interested in Kittle, then that opens us up. But then at the 4-5 turn, usually Hurts and Burrow are available, so there's a chance to go elite quarterback also. But I don't really like going both elite tight end and elite quarterback because then you're kind of falling behind at running back and wide receivers. So I think we want to kind of figure out right now before the draft starts how we want to play that. Do we want to go elite tight end? And if we do, is it Bowers or is it Kittle? And then if not, do we want to go elite quarterback, or do we just want to, run running backs and wide receivers and then make that decision on elite quarterback when we get there?
I think for me, the only way I'm considering a Burrow is if I have Chase in that range. As you know, we talked about it with John Daigle, who was just on the GOAT District in our last episode. I do like Jalen Hurts. So he's always an option, especially when he falls a bit, as kind of the last guy in that top tier for me. And then
right, sometimes he can get pushed around to the 503 or something like that, which would be enticing.
Totally, especially if we do end up with like an AJ Brown or something. I don't hate Kittle grabbing him in the second if we do want to take, one of the other guys that we're discussing. Who's I guess Jamar Chase falling, I feel like would be the no-brainer.
Yes, that would definitely be the no-brainer. Other than that, I think the reason why I don't like taking Bowers here is I feel like it just kind of limits down my options, because if Kittle's there, I don't really feel like I want to take him. If Hurts goes around to the 503 or something like that, I don't feel like I want to take him. So I'm always feeling a little bit more frisky when I got a running back or a wide receiver from this area of the draft. Once you get into the like the middle of the draft, 6, 7, 8, 9, I think Bowers makes a lot of sense, and I think Trey McBride makes sense anytime Bowers is off the board. So
let's take Bowers.
Where my head's at.
Yeah, let's take Bowers out. I'm with you on that. I kind of like getting either the stud receiver or the stud running back. Lately, I've been actually really liking getting one of each in the first 2 rounds, just because I feel like it gives me so much more flexibility. I know it might be like the what do you call that? Like the lemming type of start, but I just find maybe that's because I've been drafting at the back end of the board, Dan. But if I double tap on receiver, man, it gets ugly if like one of those running backs in the third doesn't fall to me. So maybe that's what I'm thinking about. But do you have a preference with regards to let's all right, so there goes the clock. Let's assume Chase and Bijan are gone. Do you want to do another Jahmyr Gibbs? There goes Chase. So Chase is off the board. And there goes Bijan. There we go. So do we want to do another Gibbs build? Do we want to go CD? I think those are probably the 2 options right now.
Yep, they are. And I'm fine with either one. I love both players. I think both are great picks here. I think at the 2-3 turn, we can count on maybe one wide receiver for sure and one running back for sure. Or if we go tight end, then we'd give up one of those. But which do you want to be? You want the big hero running back or the big hero wide receiver here?
Looking at the running backs and receivers coming back, like at the 2-3 turn, I feel like my lean is Gibbs.
All right.
I don't mind doing another Gibbs with you.
All right, let's give it.
All right. So my reasoning is this, Dan. When we come back into the second, obviously Kittle is always an option for us. AJ Brown is an option for us. I'm not as high on Jacobs and JT as I am other options in this range. And then when it wraps back around, Kyron, for whatever reason, don't love clicking him this year. I kind of prefer the receivers like the T. Higgins, the Lads, the JSNs in this range. So if we got like one of those 4 receivers on this turn with either a Kittle, I kind of like that as opposed to hoping like a Bucky, an A-Chain, Henry falls to us, which they don't usually fall, to the last 3 picks of the second. And then you're kind of stuck having to pick between Hampton or Kyron or reaching for Henderson.
Right, exactly. And wow, teams CeeDee Lamb is just falling here.
He's been falling.
Don't see him go.
No, he's been falling because I'm doing a BBT right now, and we had the 9 or the 10, and he went right before us.
Wow.
Yeah, he's been falling to the back end. I find more and more, and that's one of the other reasons I was thinking, like, let's take Gibbs if we can get him here.
Yep, that makes sense. I have not. I've only done a couple of FFPCs, and over on the NFFC, he is not falling at all. So,
but that's start 3 receivers, right?
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is, I think this is a fun start. I'm surprised Team 8 is
thinking about it
as yeah.
Smash.
Exactly. So.
And I mean, those picks are fun when you do get that value fall. The problem is, like, if you're in the 9 spot right now, well, JJ's still there, but once JJ goes, I just feel like you're kind of left with this flat tier, and you either got to get creative, or you just take whoever you're kind of missing in your ownership percentage or in your in your portfolio. That's usually usually JJ and Lamb will go, and then now it's kind of like, especially with Neighbors kind of dealing with injuries, I guess you could say. He's back from what I understand, but there's still, he's got the red Q beside his name, so people are still a little worried. Trey McBride has been sneaking in a bit at the back end of the first as well.
Yep. And we happen to know who is at Team 12 as well, so that's going to be fun. And it looks like Neighbors has been gift wrapped and dropped into their lap.
Yeah.
So let's see if they take advantage of it. I won't say who is in Team 12, but it's players that you and I regularly talk with. So
yeah, I'm glad they're at the other end of the board.
yeah. I was talking with one of them just before the draft, and he was like, "Oh, at least we're at opposite ends." So that's always a good thing.
I just started one of these from the 12 spot with Nico and Neighbors. Couldn't resist.
That's nice.
It would have made it easier on my build if I had taken one of the 2 with Henry. Because when it came back 3-4 turn, there were really no RBs there that I wanted. They had all been taken. So I just kind of said, you know what, I'll worry about running back later. At the 3-4 or the 3-4 turn. But it's kind of nice when you're at the back end to at least get a little leg up with the double tap at receiver. With if you can get 2 of that second tier there, I think it's nice.
Yeah, and I just did a main event on Tuesday night with Bip Mandel.
Yeah,
and we had the pick at the 4 hole, or was it 3 hole? We went CD Lamb. We were thinking we would get running backs coming around to us in the 2nd and 3rd, and we ended up going wide receiver. So things did not quite go as planned, but we were able to kind of figure our way out of it. So,
and I think yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just like, because I've been in those situations, I find in the last few days drafting, and I feel like the worst thing you could do is kind of chase that position that you were maybe hoping you would get. If it doesn't fall, you're better off zagging there and then, getting a higher tier at another position.
Yeah, and when we were drafting, it was really tough getting running backs in the 5-6. So we went very wide receiver heavy early. And then we were able to kind of piece together running back after that. So pretty nice. Amon-Ra St. Brown goes at the 203. He's been dropping a bit. Wide receiver 8, so it's not, like horrible or anything like that. But that's always a nice thing to find an Amon-Ra St. Brown share in the 2nd round. Mm-hmm. That is the nice thing about drafting at the back is you get 2 legit studs. Because I think the 1st round is really about 15 players deep, and you could even say 16 players deep. Some people do. Some people throw Drake London or Chase Brown or Devon Achane in there. And so, you you get those two good players, but then when you come to the 3-4 turn, it's kind of like a desert. Either you gotta go with players, you know, that me personally I'm not real excited about, or I've got to start reaching deeper into the 4th round to pull some players up that I really like.
Yeah. So A-Chain goes off. He's from what I understand, he's back. Little iffy. I think people are a little. That's why we see him kind of push to the middle of the second there. As much as he is back, right? Last I checked.
Yeah. Well, they're not worried about him.
Okay.
He hasn't. I don't believe he's actually practiced, but they're kind of given the, you know, oh, we're not worried. All right, I threw 5 players into our queue. We have, now we have 2 spots to go. 4 players left in the queue. What are you thinking here?
Okay, so I was gonna say if Irving falls, I'm gonna be annoyed because that's kind of one of the reasons. So if basically fell exactly the way I thought, I think we either go AJ Brown or George Kittle here. Is where I would go.
Yep, I would agree. I'm fine with either one. If we go Kittle, then I'm gonna say let's not try to get the elite quarterback. If we go AJ Brown, then Hurts remains in play.
Do you have our big gorilla that we did with, was it AJ Brown that we went on the way back, or I think we went Kittle, no?
We went Kittle.
Yeah. What's your lean? I think your lean is Kittle here, no?
I lean slightly to AJ Brown, but I'm fine either way.
Okay,
if you want to go Kittle, let's go Kittle.
No, let's do AJ. Let's do AJ.
Done.
I like AJ here. I like I said, I kind of like having the hero receiver and running back. I just feel like it gives me more flexibility. If Kittle falls, it's definitely a smash, no brainer. I don't know that he does. Let me go back to my mojo here.
He can fall into the early third. So
I mean, if he did, that would be the dream start.
Yeah, 3-3 is about as late as he goes. So he's going. He's probably going at the turn here, would be my guess, but you never know.
You never know, Dan.
Nobody wants to. Yeah, sometimes people are not big on early tight end, and if he does fall into our lap, we're going to be very, very happy about that.
I'm wearing my new lucky hat, Dan, so it might be me. I really want this hat to be lucky because when I bought it, my wife's like, "That's something our 11-year-old nephew. That's something Renan would buy." Happy birthday, Renan, by the way. And I'm like, yeah, wait till I wear this hat to win us $1 million, and you might like it. Oh wow, Henderson goes off the board. What's up? The one spot making a boom.
And of course, he took him at the 212 rather than the 301, just because he, I'm sure, wants to, kind of play with people's heads and play with ADP a little bit, all that
mixing
kind of
it up.
Stuff. So, so I think I've got a tight end, a running back, and a wide receiver in the queue here. I'm looking at Kittle, Hampton, and JSN, and
that's pretty much how I'd have it.
Yeah, I think it's probably one of these 3 players. It feels like anybody else right here would be a little bit of a reach, unless you go with Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson, and I don't think that's the way to go here, especially when.
Oh yes. Come on, Dan. One more.
Especially when we're going to.
The lucky hat, Dan. See, the lucky hat. Smash me a Kittle. The funny thing is, I had my, I have one of those, it's like a George Kittle, but it's a San Francisco t-shirt. And I had it on earlier today. I was going to wear it for the draft, but I went out just before we started drafting. That would have been fitting. I love this start, man. Like 3 solid studs at each position. I know Rainbow is not like the Sharps' favorite way to go, but for me right now, the way this tournament, the way this board has been unfolding from my experience, I think this is a beautiful start. We get full flexibility now.
Right. And here's the thing, I just did all this talking about how I don't want to go elite tight end and elite quarterback, but I'll tell you what, if Hurts falls to the 503, I think he's a smash. I think if he makes it to us at the 410, then all we need to do is just if Team 2 doesn't want to take Hurts, and then
True.
he would come around, because I can't see Team 1 taking both Lamar Jackson and Hurts. So then I think we could safely push him around to the 503 and grab another really good player here at the 410. But Hurts could go off before he even gets to us.
He could go before. I think it'll depend on Jaden. I think Jaden probably goes a little earlier than he's been, just now that F1's signed and locked in.
Yep.
In Washington. So that might, but like you said, if he makes it to us and we wait for that 5th round pick, that'll give us that extra. I'm just trying to see who might fall to us in that range there. I mean, we could get a Pickens, would be nice. If a Worthy fell, would be nice.
Yeah, I think we could get, Worthy could fall, McLaurin could fall, Courtland Sutton I think would be a great pick. Tech McMillan, if we're really lucky, would fall, but he's been going more up than down. So
I took him at the 3-4 turn, Dan, in that one I told you where I started.
And I think it's quite possible that Team 12 might do the same thing if that's open to them.
I ended up taking Josh Allen because he fell to me at the 312, and then I smashed Tet as my wide receiver 3.
There, that's nice.
I'll figure out running back. You know what I mean?
Right. And the nice thing is, since we have Gibbs, we don't have to make running back a huge priority. That's a really, really nice anchor, and RB2 is the place I'd prefer to be, the weakest, rather than, like being really weak at wide receiver or anything like that.
Agreed. Well, it's the easiest to piece together.
Right, and if we end up going with Kittle and Hurts, then probably that's what we're going to have to do, because we're going to have to really smash wide receiver to kind of stay ahead of the game there. Unless somebody, just lets a really good running back fall to us.
So JD goes
Jaden
off.
Daniels goes off. Yep.
Where's the Barkley owner? Barkley owner already has Allen. So, I mean, unless someone just wants the stud quarterback, there's no stacking reason for them to do it. 7 has 3 running backs. 8 has 3 receivers. So they're probably going receiver, running back. Yeah, we'll see. 12 spot might do it.
What's that?
The 12 spot might do it, hoping that Devontae Smith falls back to them in the 5th.
They might, but I don't think that's their normal MO, so I'm going to guess.
Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting who it is.
They don't.
Yes, correct. Correct. Probably a receiver and a running back here.
I wouldn't be surprised by 2 receivers. I don't think they love their options right now.
Oh, yeah. And that's what I was talking about this turn here. So you're right. They're probably going to smash receiver.
Yeah. So I think we might see Tet fall here for the 2nd pick.
Yeah, you're probably right.
We'll see how well I know him. I was in a draft with Bip on a different platform, and we were drafting against Nelson Sousa, and I was basically reading off Nelson's
all
picks
his picks
before he made them. to
Nice.
Bip. I was like, oh, I think he's gonna make. He was in the 1 hole, and I was like, oh, I think he's gonna pick these 2 players, and I listed them off, and that was exactly who he picked. So,
Oh, G-dubs.
unfortunately, it was not on a podcast or anything. So, Bip and I are the only 2 who know.
Yeah, this one we're pre-recording as we've been doing. I feel like it just brings a lot more value to the audience. We can talk freely. Worthy goes there. He's a guy even considered at the 3-4 turn, just because when you're looking at your options, it gets pretty flat. So it's kind of like pick your favorite guy. Surprised that Tet has been falling. I feel like Tet goes for sure here. Danny Deltoids. They must know you're in the draft, Dan.
Oh my God.
Oh, Sutton. There goes your boy. Man, Tet's getting pushed down.
Yeah.
He does have a red Q beside his name. And I know it sounds stupid, but I feel like psychologically that kind of, if someone's deciding between 2 or 3 guys.
Yeah, that definitely.
I mean, the way this draft's going, maybe it just falls all the way back to us.
I'll be really surprised if he does, but
Same.
you never know.
Same. So after 3, we've got our hero RB, Jamar Gibbs. We've got AJ Brown, our stud receiver, and then we've got George Kittle as our smash tight end. See what we do here at the 4-5 turn. A lot of yellow, man, in that back end from like the 8 spot to the 12 spot. It's just like piss yellow.
Yep.
There he goes.
And that's the thing. I mean, we talk about how there goes Tet.
Yeah.
We talk about how we're hoping to, get a little bit of yellow going here, but on the other hand, I'm not going to chase if.
No. I like that 8 spots receiving core right now. CD, Drake, JSN, and Tet. That's pretty solid.
Yeah, you can't complain about that one little bit.
No way, Dan.
Wow.
No way. I need like a bomb sound or something. JCM in the 4th round of a main event. $2,000 buy-in, people. If you haven't done it yet, smash the subscribe, smash the like button. We've got a lot of these coming between now and the start of the season on the channel. We've got the GOAT District rolling all season long. Wow, I can't believe and the crazy thing is that 7 spot just started with 3 running backs and then smashes the JCM.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to pay $2,000, you might as well get your guy, I guess.
Yeah, I would say so.
Wow.
He made sure.
Wow. Well, I'm really hoping McLaurin falls to us here.
Oh,
We got
getting
one
a better
more.
and better chance of it.
One more.
If McLaurin doesn't fall, I think we have 2 choices. Unless there's somebody, I mean, I could throw Brees Hall in there, but sometimes he falls into the 5th.
Do you see that, what came out today? Saying that now there's even a good chance Braylon Allen surpasses him as the workhorse in New York.
I did not see that. Where was that?
Roto Baller, is it? One of those
No.
articles.
I wonder if it was an opinion piece or a.
It was
something coming from the coaching
yeah.
staff.
I should. You know what? I sent it to someone. Let me see if I can find it. I should be able to find that very easily right now.
Okay, McLaurin went.
Yeah,
All right.
I figured.
Okay. I don't mind Pickens here at all. Devontae Adams just kind of with Stafford's situation, he just leaves me a little cold. But this is not a bad place ADP wise. I mean, Pickens would be pushing him up. Devontae Adams is a faller at this point. So
Yeah,
I'm
it's
okay
one of those
either
where
way.
I like Pickens a lot, but at what point does Adams become a value? Like the only thing
Right.
people are really worried about is Stafford, but Stafford's been dealing with that back issue his whole career.
All right, I'm okay taking Devontae Adams. It'll give me just some. I don't know. It'll allow me to.
He's
diversify
not
a
in
little bit.
red,
You okay
Dan,
with
on
it?
your sheet. You pick.
Okay.
You pick.
All right. Yeah,
All right.
we'll take Adams. I don't love him, but when he gets pushed down,
Of
I'm
course,
just gonna
Pickens
take that.
goes next.
Yeah, that's all right. I figured that was going to be the case.
Yeah.
And if we don't get Hurts, I'm thinking running back is actually going to be, because Kamara is another guy who's not on my sheet. But if Kamara lasts back to us, I mean that's a pretty sweet
He's been going a little earlier because I feel like those like that third round tier of running backs, he's being pushed more. Like he usually goes where JCM is basically gone. Oh wow, look at that, Dan.
There you go. That's the smash hurts for us.
Do it. I like it. I mean, Pickens would have made our team look sexier, but you and I both know from experience that when value falls to this point, especially a guy like Davante Adams that just crushes every year and now is probably with the best, well, I don't know about the best quarterback, but let's face it, last year's Rodgers wasn't close to the peak Rodgers. So as long as Stafford can stay healthy, I mean,
and we're picking between, wide receiver twos there between Pickens and Adams.
Totally.
And Puka Nacua is a little bit more injury prone than Davante.
That's very
Adams,
true.
So,
very true.
Yeah. The main concern would be the quarterback, but I have faith in Sean McVay to get the most out of Garoppolo or whoever, quarterbacks if Stafford can't make it through the season.
Sometimes the board makes a decision for you, Dan. We've said that a million times while we do drafts together.
Yep.
I think the value, like you look at Adams, where's he been going? Yeah, kind of like 4-6.
Yeah, he's been going basically at 4-6. Yep, that's it. 4-5 maybe.
And like you said, Pickens there is even a bit of a reach. As much as we love the pick, like we love him as a pick this year, ADP wise, he's still kind of a reach.
Like didn't make much sense for us to, reach on Pickens and then try to push Hurts around. If we wanted Pickens, probably our best move was just take Hurts and then hope that Pickens made it back around to us.
Crazy to think, Dan. Davante Adams in 2024 in 14 games, 85 receptions, over 1,000 yards, and 8 touchdowns. And look at the offense he was in.
Yeah, we'll take that out of the 22nd wide receiver drafted.
For sure.
And the guy is in great shape too.
I was going to say, we haven't seen any sign of decline yet. I know it comes and it comes quick. How old is he now? I got to pull that
32 or something like that. Maybe even 33.
Yeah. But it took him a while to become a starter in the NFL, right? We waited, 4 years, was it? 5 years? 4 years, I think it was.
Yeah, we waited 4 years. I don't think that carries as much weight with wide receivers as it does with...
No, I just want to call him the Derrick Henry of receivers, Dan. That's all.
There you go. All right. Sorry. I didn't mean to step on your call there. I need to just play right into it.
Yeah, you're right. He's 32 and a half right now. So there it is.
32. He'll turn 33 at the end of the season. So, but his game is not really built on speed anyways. So, he's kind of Adam Thielen-like when it comes to that.
Just with a wider radius.
Right. Yeah, very much so. He's a deluxe.
He's a deluxe. There you go. That's a good way to put it. So I don't know if you have guys in the queue because for some reason today I have to refresh my thing to see. Okay, good, because I'm going to start putting guys in here.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, there's 2 guys that stand out that I really like here. I'm looking at guys that might fall to us.
Right, yeah. And I think that's an important thing to do.
I mean, obviously this guy I'll put first, but I don't think he makes it back to us. Why am I'm speaking in code, Dan. I forgot that we're not live. Devontae Smith is a no-brainer. It's not a no-brainer. Sorry, let me take that back. Devontae Smith would be an option just because we have kind of that Philly stack, and not that I love getting receivers on the same team, but again, I do think this offense is going to change a bit this year. I had Pearsall in there. He goes, wow, those guys are really smashing the yellow. Are you sure Andrew?
Oh yeah.
Andrew Schellenberger's not drafting with them.
he is not drafting with them, but these guys pretty much subscribe to the same philosophy.
Yeah.
You want to piss yellow really hard to start the draft, and then worry about running backs later. So we'll see how it all works out for him. When you catch the right running backs, it's a great strategy.
Yes, that's very key though. You do have to hit the right running backs.
Yes, you do.
Is there someone you're hoping falls to us? I've got Devontae Smith. Tyler Warren's a guy like I was hearing today he might be like the tush push guy on the Colts. I don't know. That guy just seems, maybe it's because I don't have a lot of Tyler Warren. It just, dynasty wise and all that kind of thing. And sometimes it's just like that FOMO that we have with some of these players at this time of year. But I haven't heard one bad thing, Dan, about he's like Brock Bowers on steroids, it sounds like this year.
Yeah, the one bad thing is
The Colts.
He's got Daniel Jones as a quarterback, and if Daniel Jones can't cut it, then he's got Anthony Richardson as a quarterback. So that's why I've been pretty light on Warren so far.
All right.
But this might be one of those drafts where,
Yeah, I mean, it's very much a tournament play.
Yep.
Because you can always pair him up with some older kind of guys, or some more established guys. I mean, there he goes off the board, so we don't need to have that discussion.
Yeah,
I was going to ask you about Hunter.
Yeah, Hunter I think is a great play here. I don't mind Waddle if you ask to us. I know you're not a Judy fan, and I talked you into Judy last time, so I'm not going to do that again.
What about Odunze?
Yeah, I'm all right with Odunze. I think he makes a solid pick here. If James Conner makes it to us somehow, I don't mind that either. I know he's getting up there in age, but holy cow, he's
There he goes.
Yep.
You sure we're not live, Dan?
Yeah, well, who knows?
Oh, I mean, trying to see where these guys go ADP wise, because I'm scrolling down the list here. So Odunze, Odunze and Hunter go.
I don't love a lot of players in this area.
Yeah, well, that's kind of why I'm scrolling. I don't mind Hunter just for a tournament play. I like Odunze's upside. I don't mind Golden's upside, especially we're hearing this Jaden Reed stuff. And then kind of the next guy I go down to is like a Deebo Samuel.
Yeah. How about Team 6, man?
Sorry?
Team 6, pushing Burrow around and still getting him to pair up with Higgins.
Still getting him, yeah.
Yeah. That's sick value for sure.
Yeah. So who's
I'm gonna throw Matthew Golden in there.
that was the other guy.
Yeah. I'll throw Deebo and Olave in there. Coming back around, a guy like Jacoby Myers probably makes a lot of sense. I think he'll probably come back to us though. Just kind of taking a look on my sheet to see who else we got. I don't mind the tight ends here.
So Kelsey goes. So we've got Odunze, we've got Golden, and we got Myers there.
I think probably Odunze is.
I think as a wide receiver 3, that's pretty solid. It seems like he's, if anything, if not the first target, at least the second target in that offense.
Yeah. Yep, I'm fine with that.
All right, let's do Odunze.
Okay, got him.
And then let's see if Golden falls back to us. I don't mind double tapping yellow here.
No, I don't either. And the thing about Golden is that Jaden Reed, they're saying, has a Jones fracture in his foot, and he's going to try to play through it.
Yes.
That does not sound like anything I want any
No,
part of.
that's what I was saying, because the Hardaway chat was having a whole discussion about it.
Right. And I'm hoping that Team 2 goes tight end here on their second pick. Yeah. Let's see what running backs there are. Yeah, there's no running backs. I would consider Charbonnet even here. It's a little bit early, but he probably isn't coming back to us.
Where has he been going? Let me just see. So there goes Golden.
There went Golden.
So we could either go with a vet in Mayers or Samuel or Olave as like our fourth receiver, lock up that position. I mean, it's not a huge reach on Charbonnet, and I'm a big Walker guy. I like Charbonnet too. It's not that I don't like Charbonnet. I just think that Walkers could easily win fantasy this year. But if I'm wrong, so can Charbonnet.
Right. I think we'll probably get some decent receivers
Coming back.
Yeah.
I see a couple I really like.
I think it's probably Jacoby or Charbonnet for me.
Who do you want here? Charbonnet?
Yeah, let's do it.
Just do it. Grab him. That's fine. I'm fine with it. We took Charbonnet. Well, I was going to say we took Charbonnet over Demont, but I guess he's the new Demont.
Sort of. And I think he's got a higher ceiling just because Walker is a lot more injury prone than Gibbs. And I'm not sure that we want to double up Demont and Gibbs. I mean,
no, definitely not. Definitely not. The only other guy I see there running back wise is Tyrone Tracy, that I'm a little higher than most. Just the range that he's going as the RB1. I know Scatterboo, like probably the beginning of the season, is not necessarily a factor, but maybe he does eventually become one. The thing with Charbonnet is he's not the sexiest RB2, but we're just trying to fill the RB2 spot. We're not necessarily trying to find our RB2, and he's a guy where he should have standalone value if the headlines are right, in the sense that Walker's not the true RB1. Don't get me wrong, I'm buying Walker anywhere I can right now, but I feel like Charbonnet, when you can start him or not, is what I'm trying to say.
Right, and he's a guy that even if he's not, even if Walker's healthy, if you need to throw him in, you can throw him in.
Yeah, he's got that standalone value. That's the thing.
Yep, exactly.
I think that running game, and I've said it on a few times in the last few shows, like that running game is definitely one I want to be part of in fantasy this year. So if I miss on Walker, I usually try to grab Charbonnet. So I'm not mad at that. Debo would have been the other guy I would have considered there. And then Mayers and Olave, we see them. They're probably going. I could see Mayers going in these next couple picks here. I mean, maybe he falls a bit because there's that talk of, there was that talk of him wanting to get traded, which I heard was all BS. It was just something that was misunderstood, or I don't know, but that doesn't seem like that's the case.
Just basically he doesn't have any leverage, so it in a way it doesn't really matter what he wants or doesn't want if the team's not willing to give him a new contract or whatever. They're not going to trade him if they don't want to. They don't have to give him a new contract. He's basically he's kind of roped in right now, and there's not much he can do about it, and that's the thing. I mean, he signed the Raiders signed him to a contract that seemed very aggressive on a player of his caliber. He has probably outplayed that contract a little bit, but not to the point where, they can't get this last year and then say, let's see where we go from here.
I'm really liking that 8 spot. Came back with Breece Hall, James Conner, and then Mark Andrews with those 4 top receivers.
He's doing a nice job there for sure. Dobbins went really early in this draft, going at 27, and I think he's probably going to be starting to creep up even more like that, just because of the fact that he is listed right now as the starter in Denver. So, if you're looking at any sort of a depth chart, it's going to have Dobbins and then Harvey. I'm not sure how much difference that actually makes, but, it's something that people are going to be seeing and they're going to be reacting to.
Can you hear me typing, Dan?
A little bit, but that's fine.
Very low though, no?
Yeah,
I
very low.
had to get it. I had to get a new keyboard, and I made sure I got a silent one because people were commenting once about my
oh yeah,
typing.
it's definitely quieter than your previous.
I'm trying to pull up our team on Mojo on the Stack Finder, just to get a feel, see where we are with this build.
And a double tight end turn for Team 12.
So the most people
they're
have
hard at running back, but that's all right.
Oh, Team 12?
Yeah.
Kind of surprising, no? The double tap at tight end there?
Yeah. But, that was good value, I think. So certainly on Njoku, it was good value. Tucker Kraft, it's, he wasn't coming back to him. So if they wanted him, that was the spot where they had to get him.
So we have, 7 guys? There are only 7 teams with combination of 4 of our guys. So definitely a unique build, Dan, so far with our roster.
Good. Yeah, I like that. All right, now we got to see what kind of falls down the pike to us.
Oh, I really like the 2 spot. I like number 2 and number 2. I'm saying numbers again, Dan.
Yep.
I really like Jordan Mason.
Mason would fit us. Yeah, that would fit our build really, really well.
And I would really like to get either. I like Mason, I like Coleman, and I like Loveland.
Okay. And I don't mind Jalen Warren here just because of our Charbonnet pick. I think we're at a point where we want to grab a guy who's got, some pretty good standalone value. And I think Mason and Warren both fit that bill. Because I see Warren as probably catching a lot of passes and being a favorite of Aaron Rodgers just because he's so good in pass protection. Caleb Johnson is going to get somebody killed back there. And, the next time, I'm the hugest Kenny Gainwell guy around, that. But, the next time Kenny Gainwell grabs a job and runs away with it, it'll be the first time.
I'm a Jordan Mason guy, so I feel like if he falls to us, it's going to be hard for me to not want him. But
yeah, I would take Mason over Jalen Warren.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Mason is the upside in this backfield in Minnesota. So I'm totally all over that. We just have to see if he can make it to us. I feel like Team 4 should probably go wide receiver.
Yeah.
Team 5, they could definitely go running back here, but who knows what they'll do.
I feel like they should probably go receiver too because they started 4 picks without a receiver.
Yeah, more than likely, but if they don't like what's there,
he probably wanted Samuel because he's got Allen. I mean, not Samuel,
yeah.
Coleman.
Yeah, but he could certainly go with Shakir's not gone yet, so
there goes Jordan Mason.
Okay. Yep. Now we got to just count on Team 4 to not be a complete boomer and take a running back here.
I look up.
Quiet.
I did a quick search for Jalen Warren on the X machine just to kind of see, and then it's like that Office where the guy's face is like Steve Carell, where he's like,
Yep.
Jalen Warren's first touch of the year is a fumble. But
I think that's
I think that's the
best
pick.
fit for our
I think
build.
that's the pick, Dan. I think
Because
that's
otherwise you're looking at Javonte Williams or getting into the Scadabo, Braylon Allen,
No, I like it. I like it. It pairs well with our Charbonnet. We're trying to fill that RB2 spot. I mean, you got to think that team is going to be a check down running team in Pittsburgh.
Yep.
So I'm fine with it. We lock in even just those two kind of, I'm sure we could play the two of them as our RB2 slot. There goes Loveland. And then we can probably get a receiver here. I mean, Braylon Allen's another nice consideration here on the turn.
Yep. Yeah, he's definitely in the mix.
There goes Addison.
Yeah. I feel like we're not going to love the wide receivers at the next turn.
So next turn will be what, 10, 11? Let me take a look here.
Yeah. So we would have, we'd probably be looking at Shaheed or, I don't know. I guess it's fine. Do you like, I have a hard time taking Juwan Jennings with all the issues that are going on with his calf or contract or whatever it is. So
it doesn't sound like it's much of a calf situation. And San Fran, I mean, they're known to kind of do the last minute contract revamp if they need to, especially with Ayuk out.
Do you like him because he pairs up with Kittle?
I don't mind him, but I also like Braylon Allen here. I'm honestly, I'm good with either one of them. I feel like
call on this one. Let's I can go either way too. What's your gut
Juwan? Where's Braylon? Okay, let's go Juwan.
Okay. I don't think Braylon's coming back, but I'm fine. Let's go Juwan. Let's live a
Oh,
little.
I was gonna take Braylon.
Oh,
because you said that, and I literally went to click Braylon. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh.
I mean, it's not like we can do anything about it now. It's fine. It's all good.
Right. Okay. All right. Sorry about that.
No, it's all good.
I saw the clock counting down, so I was like, "Oh."
Yeah. Either way, we would just auto pick. But let me just do a quick.
And I think we're gonna like a running back. At least one running back at the 10-11 turn.
I was just looking at where they went, like ADP wise. Braylon's kind of in the beginning of the 9th when I'm looking at the last couple of days, whereas Juwan Jennings is right where we got him. Actually, no, I take it back. Jennings he usually goes at the end of the 8th, towards the back end of the 8th.
Yep.
So he was just more of a value. But I think Braylon Allen will probably keep climbing up. That's the only reason I kind of tried to do a last minute scoop. But look, I mean, let's look. We're talking about a guy in Jennings where he gave us a 40-point game. He's in the 9th round. He's our wide receiver 4 at this point.
Right.
So if in the next few days he signs and everything's good and we find out he's healthy, it's a pretty nice pick.
Yep, I think so. And the nice thing is, we're sitting there with Hurts. That's Hurts and Kittle. So we got to expect to be a little bit weaker at either wide receiver or running back. And that's all right. I mean, we just got to mine for value in those middle rounds. Patrick Mahomes just goes so late.
Yes. He usually goes. He had been going ahead of Nix and Mayfield, I guess, because of the Rice suspension. People are moving him down.
Yeah, I think that might be what the situation is. And Rashee Rice did go in the middle of the 7th. It's kind of funny because if he didn't have Burrow, then Mahomes would have been a nice fit with that team. But yeah, that's an interesting team, Team 6.
There's one running back that I would love to get, but I don't know if he makes it back. Let me see. Oh, no, probably not. But yeah, probably not. I was looking at Trey Benson there, but he probably doesn't make it back to us. Oh, I see a receiver I like, though. I just throw him in there. I mean, either one of these guys. I'm just throwing a bunch of names in there.
Those would definitely be in consideration.
I added Mims and Ollie Gordon.
Okay. I'm going to throw in Shaheed too. I think he's a
my only concern with Shaheed now, like, trust me, I've been smashing all off season on Shaheed and Olave, but my only worried is with what's his name starting.
Oh yeah. Well, the quarterback play is obviously not going to be outstanding in New Orleans, but at least Rattler is willing to push it down the field and try to make some plays. He's not going to dink and dunk it, so it might work out. Oh yeah, I think it's
wow.
It's a running back orgy.
Yeah,
back in the,
which would have played well if we had picked up Braylon Allen there.
Yeah, it would have. But that's all right. We've got 3 nice running backs. I feel good about those. I am going to throw at least one running back into the queue. But otherwise, I think we might just lean into what the room is getting us. Which looks like it's going to be wide receiver. Oh, there are some tight ends that are definitely falling. I'm going to throw those into the queue. You may want to cover your eyes on one of them, but oh no, you've already got them in there. Never mind.
Who was that?
Pitts.
Yeah, no, I mean, at his price, I'm not mad at it at all.
Yeah, I think I prefer Kincaid over Pitts. I went round and round with that on a team. I was in a slow draft. I'm doing a standalone league, and I had to choose between Kincaid and Pitts, and I finally decided that basically Kincaid, I think, has equal upside to Pitts and less downside.
Has a better quarterback.
Yeah, definitely a better quarterback.
Less to compete with.
Yep.
For targets. And there goes Pitts.
Yep. And I threw Mooney into the queue also.
Yeah, he was back today.
Because he's back at practice, and
yeah.
I don't think that drafts are reacting to that yet. So
I mean, unless we're looking at like Ramondre, Nick Chubb, which bleh. It's just,
I threw Quinshon Judkins into the queue.
yeah, what's the deal with it? It sounds like he's just like a Joe Mixon right now, where like people don't want to touch him. Is he?
Kind of, yeah. But I think I would probably let him go around the horn. So who do you like best of these wide receivers and tight end? I like Kincaid a lot. I think he would make an excellent flex.
So I was just going to say, the reason I would lean Kincaid here is because obviously running back is a little weak. Not weak, but it's not our strength, like the RB2 and depth. And we don't know Juwan Jennings, if he's a factor or not. Odunze still has to prove himself. Like, we might need to play King. If Kincaid does pop, it gives us a really strong flex spot.
Yeah, I agree. I think Kincaid is the pick here, and I think coming back with a wide receiver is probably going to be the play.
I agree.
All right, let's do Kincaid here.
Yeah, and then we don't need another tight end even.
No, we're done at tight end.
Yeah,
no doubt about it.
Which is almost like it gives us those depth swings at running back later, you know?
Yeah. And catching Kincaid, basically almost 3 rounds after Tucker Kraft.
Yeah.
That's
a nice
solid
value. Where's he going, Kincaid, normally? I feel like he's been going he's round 9, mid-round 9. So it's pretty nice value, almost a round and a half. Round a bit.
Yeah, Dalton Kincaid, 10-12 is as late as he has gone. So we have one of the latest ones, at least in recent days.
That was the other thing I saw for Quinshon. They brought in Rocket Cleveland from the Chargers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Raheem Sanders. Yep.
Oh, what's this? Breaking. Brown's second-round draft pick, Quinshon representation, and the team are in communication with each other and are nearing a deal on a contract.
All right. Well,
I mean,
we can take a swing at Quinshon.
Tournament like this, Dan, I don't hate it right now. Let's see where.
Let's do it.
Let me see where he's been going. He's been going around cheap before. So we're getting another round value. And if tomorrow there's word that he signs, this can really help our running back situation.
Boom, done.
Yeah. And I'm looking at the other players we're looking at. Nobody has his upside in this range.
Right. Yep, I would agree.
I like it. I feel like this could really save. Like, it could not save. I don't think save is the right word, but I feel like it kind of makes up for the Braylon Allen spot, because if, let's say, Breece Hall is the guy and that whole Braylon Allen thing is just like preseason bullshit, and then Jennings comes back, signs, Judkins signs. I mean, this team's looking really strong based on where we got these guys.
Yeah. Yep.
Or at least I'll tell myself that for now, Dan.
I put one of your boys in the queue. Mr. Cedric Tillman is
nice,
made it
Dan.
into the queue.
I like it. I like when you come around on my guys.
I mean, I've never been off of Cedric Tillman. I like Jerry Jeudy.
You just like Jeudy. I get
like
it.
both.
I totally get it.
Yeah.
I totally tease you about that, because it's funny how ever since we've had that draft, we've had like 3 people come on and just talk about Jeudy and how they're avoiding him. It's too perfect, so I got to kind of rub it in a bit.
Yep.
Where are we here? Yeah, I mean, I'm really liking this Quinshon pick. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like the reason is it's hard to get excited for any pick in this round. Like you look at the guys going off the board, it's like Brian Robinson, Tank Bigsby, Nick Chubb. So it's kind of, you get a little upside with Judkins there.
Yeah, Robinson made sense there because that was the CMC drafter and he got his handcuff in round 11. So
true.
Solid pick there, and a good job of kind of waiting for it and doing it at the right time, not snapping it up too early, because that's the thing. I mean, people were excited about Garendo when he was the handcuff, and so people would reach for him to try to have the CMC handcuff. But I think since then, people have gotten a little bit more comfortable with the fact that CMC maybe isn't a sure thing to get hurt, and they're not really loving the option of Robinson there. They feel like it muddies the waters, and maybe Garendo might sneak back in or something like that. So Brian Robinson's price has been held down pretty well, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that just killed my Garendo bags. But
yeah,
whatever.
It's unfortunate, but yeah. What are you going to do?
I dodged a lot of bullets this offseason, so I'll take that one.
Yep, for sure.
So after 11, we've got Jalen Hurts as our quarterback, Jahmyr Gibbs, Zach Charbonnet, Jalen Warren, Quinshon Judkins as our running backs, A.J. Brown, Devontae Adams, Rome Odunze, Juwan Jennings, and then Kittle and Kincaid as our 2 tight ends. I mean, pretty solid so far. I think, as we mention often, the last thing you want to do is panic. It hasn't gone exactly kind of how we've planned, but that's what happens in a draft room, right?
Yeah, and it's gone pretty well too. I mean, basically, one thing I like doing about this point in the draft is I just go, and start filling in my starting lineup, just so I can kind of see how it looks. And, we're starting Hurts, Gibbs, Jalen Warren, A.J. Brown, Devontae Adams, George Kittle, Rome Odunze, Dalton Kincaid, leaving Charbonnet, Quinshon Judkins, and Juwan Jennings in reserve, which is, I think, exactly where they belong, at least to start with. So I think we've done a really good job. We've got our starting lineup filled with players that we like and that we feel comfortable with. And so, now we can be taking reserves with more of an eye to upside rather than worrying about,
filling in and bye weeks.
Trying to get somebody who can add a floor, get the running back 2 or whatever. You can really look at upside. And looking at upside, I'll throw out a couple of picks. Darnell Mooney, Brandon Ayuk. I don't love as much because we already have a couple players we'd be waiting on. He would just add to that San Francisco stack. But I think if Mooney makes it back to us somehow, that would be probably a pretty good pick.
I think it's a good pick because I don't think everybody knows that he's back yet. You know what I mean? So he'll probably start moving up the board a bit because he's been going at the back end of the 11th. And if he makes it back to us at the end of the 12th, I like that.
Yeah. Yep, definitely. I think your boy Cedric Tillman is in play, but I think I might, just given what teams 1 and 2 are doing, especially team 1 who only has 2 running backs right now. I feel like he's definitely going to double tap at running back. So if we want any of Woody Marks or Will Shipley or Tajay Spears probably can last a little bit longer.
He's dealing with the injury right now.
Yeah, he's been falling down the draft boards more than up, so he's just somebody I was putting in for more later. But Woody Marks, I think, would be a fun play as well. It's up to you, though. I mean, I don't know. Mooney might be the play here, if you ask. I think I kind of like him.
I mean, Bijan is in the 2 spot. I don't know if he's trying to build some kind of Atlanta stack. That would be my only,
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying
because the running backs, unless we're talking, these running backs are going quite a bit later.
Okay. Darnell Mooney.
There goes Mooney. There you go.
Okay.
I feel like in this, once I get into the double-digit rounds, I just feel like I got to take my guys.
Yeah.
Because ADP goes out the window for a lot of these drafters. So Algier goes to is that the Bijan guy? No, that was, okay, no. So that's the Janty. So we could, go ahead.
I'm kind of looking at Woody Marks here. I think, we could go with Najee Harris, but I don't love that. Woody Marks, I think, is a really good upside play, or Cedric Tillman. But I feel like Tillman
can come back around maybe.
Yeah, Marks I don't think will.
All right, do Woody.
Okay.
I mean, it looks like they're starting the season with 4 running backs in Houston, but I'm hearing a lot of sharps. Freaking Tillman goes next. Of course he does.
Yeah, well, our boy in the 2-hole has Bijan, Josh Jacobs, Chuba Hubbard, and Isaiah Pacheco, so he might just be going, hey, I'm going to ride with these 4 running backs, and that's it. All right, so...
I mean, is Palmer a sneaky guy here?
Palmer could be a sneaky guy.
So can Douglas.
I'm going to throw, just for grins, I'm going to throw the kicker and the defense in the queue because I think they are, with our build, somebody to think about because I'm not loving a lot of the value.
I got questioned hard, Dan, for taking Aubrey in the 1st and 15 Big Gorilla Listener League, and I was in the 12 spot, and I was trying to explain to those guys like I'm just trying to get an advantage somewhere because I felt like I was behind in other positions, and that's what I did. It's the first either Big Gorilla or Main where I went kicker or defense, not in the last 2 rounds, and that was why I did it. I felt like it gave me an advantage. Right now, I feel like we have an advantage at quarterback, at tight end. Yep. We're going to make our receivers and our running back work. So we can either go Aubrey here or we can just take like some bench piece.
I think it's Aubrey or the Denver defense. And Aubrey's a pretty darn sure thing.
I feel I usually go kicker ahead of defense. Defense is so hard to predict. No matter how good the defense is, it's hard for them. It's hard to, I would go Aubrey if I'm going to take either a defense or kicker here.
All right, let's do Aubrey.
Nice.
We're gonna lean into our our boomer selves and yeah.
What is it? Dallas Philly week 17? Is that a thing?
No, I don't think it's Dallas Philly, but the first week it is. So
what am I thinking about? Or is it the first week? Maybe that's when. Oh no, it's Dallas Washington.
Yeah.
That's what. All right.
Yeah, Dallas at Washington. I think that'll be good because Dallas has Minnesota at home, the Chargers at home, and then Washington on the road.
Let us know in the comments, guys. Let us know in the comments if you hate the Aubrey pick. We want to hear it. But we can take it. We're big boys, no problem.
That's right.
The thing is, it's for me, I see it as if I can get an advantage somewhere. And look, there's no guarantee that Aubrey's going to do what he did, but he's still kicking indoors. This offense should be better. Mm-hmm. And I was trying to say on with the Abib and the guys, Deo and Chris, they haven't figured out the running back position. We don't know what they do at the running back position. So they might get in situations where they just don't manage to run the ball in, and they got to kick the ball more often than none, when you're, and we know he's got the leg for those 60, 70 yarders. I don't know. I kind of like it.
Yeah, definitely.
Because, Joe Mixon right now could be a dud.
Yep.
Xavier Legette, it's great that they sent Thielen out, but I haven't seen it from him yet. So we'll see. Just trying to justify the kicker pick, Dan.
Oh, I don't think you need to justify it. I like it. It felt good right there.
Now here's a question. Here's a question. If Denver falls back to us, do we just go all in with the kicker defense combo?
I would, yeah. I don't think that'll happen. I'm not horribly worried about it.
Let's see where they've been going. Yeah, they've been going round 13. Oh, yeah. You're probably right.
I think it's unlikely that they come back, but, anything's possible. I'm throwing some...
Oh, I love those the last two running backs you've got in there, DJ Giddens and Kyle Monangai.
Yeah, well, I've put in 2 more since then. So.
Oh, have you? See, I don't know what's...
I put in Kendra Miller and Brashad Smith also.
Yeah, I'm fine with them. I'm fine with them. I roster those guys.
I mean, Kendra really looks like he's going to be the backup in New Orleans. They've seemed pretty pleased with him, this new regime. So...
Dan, as a rookie, he was my guy. Like, I loved Kendrick.
Oh, I know.
and he just fucking burned the shit out of me. So it's like, I'm like, cautiously drafting him when it works out, but I'm trying not to overdo it,
Right. Yeah, I totally agree.
Now, receiver, we could probably take another swing or two. I see some of our favorites in there, and Bryant. Tesla's definitely getting a lot of hype. Like, he's... Now there's word that he might be a starter.
Yep. Coker, I think, is a really good pick. I'd probably take him even before Pat Bryant.
I agree.
Coker is going to start.
I think we should put him...
Tesla.
Yeah. Oh, I just tried to move him. I think we probably moved him at the same time. There we go. Because I heard today Coker playing the slot. Is that what...
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then also, given what we've been hearing out of Green Bay, Romeo Doubs suddenly becomes a little bit more interesting. I mean, Wicks is who they want to put in the slot, but I think Doubs is going to it's probably going to be Doubs and Golden playing outside for the most part.
Jordan Love is I was going to say Jordan Love loves, but Jordan Love is a fan of Doubs, and we've seen it. Anytime he's healthy, he's on the field. He targets him. I thought last year he was a value. There goes Monangai. Obviously got hurt, and but he could easily, like you said, he could easily be the second receiver in that offense right now.
Yep.
And that's assuming that Golden is the one.
Right.
Which is not a lock. Dan, I'm telling you, this Denver defense is making it back to us. I'm wearing the lucky hat, man. It's like there's no other way. The nice thing is they both have double-digit buys, and we wouldn't have to worry about wasting any waiver wire money on either. And you being the waiver wire guru, I know you like that. Man, it's been like fall up here. Has it been like that for you guys down there? Like now it's raining, it's been cold.
We had some of that earlier. You guys are getting what we had. Now it's kind of, we got
warming up.
Some nice weather in the mid 70s.
Okay.
My wife and I were out on the boat just before we did this draft. So yeah, fun times for sure.
That's what I like to hear, man, because we've been hitting the skate park. My wife, my daughter, and myself have been skateboarding pretty much any day we can.
Wow. You're feeling confident in that shoulder, huh?
Yeah, but you know what it is, Dan, is we took lessons with like an actual skateboarding like guy, and you just learn. And did I not tell you Denver's going to come back to us?
They are. All right.
Smash it. Smash it. Don't even overthink it. Because we got enough receivers in the queue. We don't have to worry about our kicker or defense now. And if you guys are listening and hating, let us know about it, but we don't really care. Because when we win $1 million, we'll be laughing last. So, what do we have right now? We have 5 running backs and 4 receivers.
I think it's Coker.
Go Coker. Yeah.
I think it's Coker.
Plus, we have the Charbonnet Coker battle week 17.
Yes. Nice.
All right. That's pretty solid, actually. Because we definitely needed receiver. And if he's playing the slot, he'll give us a nice floor.
Yes.
So this is one of those teams, Dan, where the onesie spots are pretty solid. Like we've got Hurts, we've got Kittle and Kincaid, we've got our kicker, our defense, our RB1 and our wide receiver ones are really solid. And then it's just a matter of having those depth pieces. If those depth pieces can step up and really, hit their ceilings or even close, this team is definitely like a contender type of team.
Oh, totally agree. Yeah, we're gonna make some fun picks here, going the rest of the way too. I'm gonna put Bryce Young in the queue. I think he's.
What are you?
He's.
Yeah, I like the Bryce Young. I didn't know if we were gonna take another quarterback.
I'm just throwing him in there. I don't know that we necessarily need to, but
let me look at Week 9 for Carolina. Hold on.
Yeah.
So they play at Green Bay in November.
I mean, it's early November, right?
November 2nd. That would be my only pushback. And then the other pushback is, can we find a quarterback for that week on the waiver wire? Which we won't know, obviously. Where are you on the Rams RBs, the Corum and what's his name?
It seems like they want to give Corum some work. I don't know how much standalone value he would have. He would be kind of contingent value. In a way, I kind of feel like Corum is a like just sort of hiding Jarquez Hunter, because I feel like Hunter is like, I think Corum and Kyron are kind of the same guy, but Jarquez Hunter is the guy who's got real juice in that backfield. So
I don't want any Corum. I've got enough Corum on FFPC. He's actually one of my most owned players, not necessarily on purpose, but he just is. Between Dynasty and earlier this offseason.
And I'm going to throw Hunter in there then, if you've got that much.
Yeah, no, I that's kind of why I was asking, because I would love to hedge.
Yeah.
And we have Adams.
Yep. I think if Pat Bryant makes it back to us, you and I mean,
do we have a team without Pat Bryant?
I mean, we must somewhere, right?
Dan, if you and I win 6-digit numbers this year, we're both getting Pat Bryant jerseys. And we're both wearing them next year at the FFPC.
Part of it.
Yes.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
Man, that 12 spot, they did exactly what you would hope they do. They just smashed running back, and I kind of like what they did.
Oh, shit. Micah Parsons just got traded to the Packers? Is that real?
No way.
That's what somebody's saying in the league chat.
I'll tell you in 2 seconds.
But
Usually I go to the Hardaway chat to see if anything's real news, because they're pretty quick to comment on it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Patriots.
Packers acquired Micah Parsons from the Cowboys in exchange for 2 first-round picks and
No way.
Kenny Clark. Signed him to a 4-year, $188 million.
Like, is Jerry Jones the worst owner to have on your NFL team?
I think he might be.
Like, it's unbelievable.
I mean, this is good for anybody who's got Dallas players, because you know what? They're going to be
chucking the ball.
They're going to, they got no defense. All right, so, yeah.
So what are we thinking here? Bryant or Dubs?
Yeah, Bryant. I think Bryant, we could maybe come back with Dubs. But let's go Bryant here. I think.
All right, stay
Bryant,
on brand.
Dubs, Horton. I also like Torrey Horton if you don't like Bryant.
No, I'm I mean, at this point, it's we almost have to stick with Brian just for the shtick. You know what I mean? I should look at where I'm at now for Pat Bryant. The thing is, it's not even like my ownership percentage. It's how many big money tournaments do I have in between you and Snowman?
Oh yeah.
Because
sure.
I kind of introduced him through us drafting him so often to Snowman with Rob, and now he just wants him everywhere. Let me see here. I don't even need to look for him. He's going to be one of my top. So I'm at, you know what? Not that bad. Overall, 18%.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's not bad.
But for me, that's like he's my 8th most owned player. There goes Dubs.
Romeo Dubes just went, which is fine. The nice thing is we've already got our kicker and our defense, so we've still got 4 position players left to go. Oh, Jarquez Hunter went. That is a bummer.
I don't hate that Malik Washington either.
Yeah.
From what I understand, he's like the 3rd guy in line right now as a receiver on that team.
I put Dontavian Wicks in just as the last round guy because, if
no, Jarquez. That sucks.
Yeah.
We should have went Jarquez just because we have so many receivers as options.
One thing we could do is we could go Dameon Pierce and double up on Houston running backs.
You don't like Roshan?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I think it's probably going to be Monangi. They're talking up Monangi really well, and they just don't seem to have much nice to say about Roshan.
The thing is, if it's Dameon Pierce, do we even want him? You know what I mean? Like, is he?
I don't know. I mean, a starting running back is a starting running back. But it's up to you if you'd rather do something else. I don't mind going Torrey Horton here. I think he's a really, really fun pick, and he'll be gone probably by the time it comes back to us.
I mean, he plays with our Seattle, Carolina Week 17 action.
Okay.
I almost rather do that and just grab another flyer running back.
Okay.
I just don't know the upside with Pierce. That's kind of my concern.
Right. He's managed to fail his way out of starting, doing worse and worse every time. Trevor Etienne, I think, is a fun one.
Yeah, I feel like we're done at receiver. I feel like we just smash running back the rest of the way.
Pretty much, though. Dontavian Wicks in the 20th, I think, has some appeal. I don't think anybody else will take him. I could be wrong, but...
All right, I'll give you that one as the last pick. You seem pretty set on it, and usually your instincts are good with that kind of thing. Let me look at running backs here. I mean, Mostert to me is like the cheapest RB2 in the entire NFL right now.
Yeah, Emmanuel Wilson might be good.
Yeah, Marshawn Lloyd, another. Your buddy Gainwell's there.
Yeah, and actually, I'm going to click on him just because we have Warren.
That's what I was thinking. We lock it up.
It wouldn't be the worst pick for us.
Who else did I see there? Oh no, Mafa's on IR. Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's why I put Sanders in there because Blue is no guarantee to play in week 1.
I like Trevor Etienne though.
Yeah, Trevor Etienne is a fun pick.
He plays with our whole. We're just gonna monopolize that Carolina Seattle Week 17 game, Dan. That's gonna be the league winner game.
Yep, that's the one. And let's keep half an eye on quarterback too.
Let me look at week 9, see if there's anyone that stands out. So week 9, Atlanta. Penix is at New England. Young, we already looked at. Ward is at home to the Chargers. I mean,
Who is Young against?
remember he's at Green Bay,
At Green Bay, that's right.
who just
And
got
what about
Parsons. Penix is, what did I say? At New England. Stafford's at home to the Saints, though, and we have Adams.
No, yeah.
I mean, I don't think anyone's going to be taking him.
No, I don't think anybody will be taking him either. So I think
Like,
for
we
that
could
reason,
even take him with our 19th pick.
Well, I would say we could probably, if nobody's going to take him, we could probably just leave him on the waiver wire for now, and then pick him up after week 1.
Okay.
You know, again, you know, if we see like everybody starting to take a third quarterback or something, then we'd have to jump in.
Yeah, that's kind of why I was saying I don't know that we even need one, because if you look at all the guys that are still on there, like maybe with their last picks, some of these teams take a third quarterback, but
Maybe there are Drake May, Justin Herbert, and us, and Lamar Jackson are the teams that have not taken
that don't have it. Okay.
So I would think that probably
There goes Penix.
That's the third quarterback off the board. I would think the Drake May and Justin Herbert teams probably will take a second quarterback, but not necessarily. You never know.
And you said you wanted Daniel Jones, no?
Now, let's not be crazy here. I know he is my favorite quarterback. Now, Cam Ward would be fun if it came down to it. Who does Tua play week 9?
He is at home to the Ravens.
Ew, gross.
Exactly.
Joe Flacco? Guy week 9. Never mind.
Yeah, yeah.
We could get Spencer Rattler.
Yeah, at the Rams.
Yeah, that'd be great.
You could probably buy him, like, you know, the Sunday morning waiver wire that week.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm thinking we go running back here.
Yeah.
Trevor Etienne.
I like that pick.
You out on Mostert? I know he's not sexy.
Yeah.
I think Etienne definitely has more upside. I just, you know, he's obviously behind Rico and Chuba.
Yeah, I'm not sure how far behind Rico he is, though. So they like him. And that's the thing. Mostert, I think, is just, it's a strict injury hedge against Genty. I don't think he's going to get enough to have standalone value. So you're just basically hoping for an injury. Whereas with Etienne, I think, you know, you could find a way that he could beat out Dowdle, because they don't really have much invested at all in Dowdle. It's a very small investment for him. And Etienne has been getting some nice camp reports.
All right, I'm hoping we get Etienne here.
Okay.
Is Justice Hill falling too far just with all the Keaton Mitchell? He was pretty legit last year.
Because the problem is now it's, you know, he's kind of, I think, probably going to lose whatever standalone value he had, and then it's going to be some sort of committee if Henry goes out. I mean, he's not a terrible pick, but I think I would probably
Wilson.
I don't know. I'd probably lean Emmanuel Wilson.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the other thing is we could consider Miles Sanders for our last round pick.
I was looking at Sanders too. That's the other one I was kind of considering. Let's take Etienne here.
Yep.
Because we've been both kind of. All right.
Yep.
Lock that in.
Yep. And then, because Miles Sanders, he's an early look player. So
what's wrong with him? He's got a questionable beside his name. What's that about? Let me just do quick.
No. I don't think he's seriously hurt. I don't know where that questionable is coming from. I think he's been practicing.
Man, that Pickens, the George Pickens would have been nice now that they've got no defense.
Yeah. That's all right. That's all right. We're looking good here. This isn't the way I normally build a team, but I like how it's working out.
Yeah, it's totally different than what I know. That's kind of what's thrown me off a bit.
Yep.
But that's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, we've won our leagues in these mains, but we've never made it to the big money last weekend. So who knows? Maybe this is the way, Dan. So I'm not seeing anything specific about Miles Sanders injury-wise.
Okay. And then Chad is in this. I think he might be. We know another drafter, I believe, in this draft. Who is. All right.
Because it seems like it was Miles Sanders or Maffa, but Maffa's going on IR.
Yeah. I think we go with Wilson here, and try to kick Sanders back around. Because
he's got no competition, right, in that backfield. Wilson.
Sanders?
No, Wilson.
Oh, Wilson. Yeah, Wilson's got no competition for second banana. So.
And if I remember last year, because I had him on a couple teams off waivers, he was pretty decent last year.
Yeah, he can be all right, and hopefully they try to spell Josh Jacobs a little bit more this year.
No, he's only going in his third year. Wilson, undrafted. Game log. I'm pretty sure he had some pretty serviceable. Yeah, like he was RB 15 against Chicago, week 18. I mean, they might not have a choice but to lean on him unless they bring someone else in. If Jacobs deals with any injuries or anything.
Yep.
And let's face it, these guys at the end of the draft are very churnable.
Right. Yeah, and with the health issues that Marshawn Lloyd has had, it's that guy just looks at a football field and pulls.
So frustrating.
It is.
He's another guy I loved coming in as a rookie.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so last pick. Are we going to keep smashing running back? Do you want to get that quarterback, or should we just? I feel like we can play quarterback on waivers.
Yeah, I feel like we can play quarterback on waivers too. I'm going to throw in just some fun names for the last pick that would be free look guys.
Yeah, I mean Sanders would have been free look.
Yeah, Sanders is a free look, and he's still out there. But I've got right now for free look guys, I've got Sanders, I've got Tyquan Thornton, Keandre Lambert-Smith, and Kavonte Turpin. All those are nice, juicy guys who can score from distance, and they could be a lot of fun. Sanders might be the most boring of them, to be honest.
Yeah, he totally is. Trust me, he's not a guy I've been clicking this offseason.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, is he going into a better situation as a running back from Philly to Dallas? I don't think so. So that's why I don't get how people are expecting it to be a turnaround for him. But what do I know?
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. And then, and basically what we're saying is, unless we get a big number out of one of these last guys, they're just going to basically go back into the hopper on Saturday night, and we'll get somebody off the waiver wire.
Yeah. So what's your lean? Miles or one of these free look receivers?
Who do you like the best? I think with Rice out, I think that makes Tyquan Thornton a little bit interesting.
He is interesting.
Cavante Turpin is really interesting because they plan to use him a lot out of the backfield. I'd probably go with one of those guys.
Actually, I don't hate the Turpin play because we're both poo-pooing Sanders. We just said with what's his name? Wow, who just got traded?
Oh, Mike Parsons?
Yeah, with Parsons gone, they're going to be throwing the ball a lot. So who knows how, you know what? That's kind of a good last flyer.
Yeah, it's fun.
All right, let's do Turpin. Miles Sanders gone anyways. There you go.
Perfect. And, also, we might need to throw him away to get a kicker if with Parsons gone. They might not be kicking too many field goals against Philly, at Philly. But we'll see.
That is true. Yeah, that does kind of... Do you think that kills Aubrey's value a bit?
No, I don't think so. I think he's still got a huge leg. And the offense is good enough to get into field goal range a lot. So,
all right, so we're going free look with Turpin?
Yeah, I think that's the pick.
All right, let's do it.
Done. There we go.
All right, so let's read it off. We've got Gibbs, A.J. Brown, Kittle, Adams, Hurts, first 5 picks, Odunze, Charbonnet, Jalen Warren, Juwan Jennings, Dalton Kincaid, the tight end 2, Quinshon Judkins at a pretty nice value as long as he signs and they, things get back to where they should be. Woody Marks, nice little flyer. We go kicker, then defense at the 13-14 with Aubrey and Denver. Coker, Pat Bryant, on brand, Torrey Horton for 3 nice flyer receivers. Trevor Etienne, Emmanuel Wilson to finish off our backfield. And then free look flyer in Cavante Turpin. So pretty good. I mean, I feel like we made it work. I know you mentioned it's not our usual type of builds, but you got to adapt to the room. I feel like we did that.
Yeah, definitely. And, I felt like the flyers that we took from rounds 15 to 18 were pretty much the same as the flyers we could have taken in rounds 13 and 14. There just didn't feel like there was a lot of value sitting there, that we couldn't find later on.
100%.
I looking at who went, if we hadn't taken Aubrey, I probably would have wanted to take like Kyle Manangi there or something like that. But that seems awfully early for him. So, I was a little bit surprised that he went before round 14. I kind of expected he was going to be there for us in the 14th. But
even DJ Giddens, I think, went ahead of usual.
Yeah,
ADP.
He went around the corner with Team 12. So, but they needed running back.
He usually goes at the back end of the 14th, so they took him a bit early too.
Yep.
I think it's good. We talked about kind of our reason behind a lot of the picks. Hopefully this brought value to everyone. Let us know, like I said, in the comments, what you guys think of this. I'm going to drop this, get it out tomorrow for you guys before the weekend. So you can watch it while you're drafting, before your drafts. Hopefully this helps you out. Dan, I know you got a bunch of drafts lined up. We've got I do the what is it, the bracket. I'm drafting with Rob on next Thursday, and then you and I are drafting the $1,000 VP League on Tuesday.
Right. And so we've got that on Tuesday, and then on Saturday morning we're doing one final gorilla.
That's right. I forgot about that. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Exciting time of the year. You know, it's the fun time of the year. You squeeze, and then, you know, you always squeeze in those last minute drafts. When are you going out to Vegas for the FFPC?
I'll be heading out Wednesday. So, yeah, so Wednesday morning, late morning, heading out. First, I got a private auction on Wednesday night, and then Thursday, me and Theo and Andrew are doing the varsity, and then doing a couple drafts after that. Theo and I are doing the 5K big pay after the draft or after the game on Thursday, so that'll be a lot of fun too. So
Nice.
Yeah, some big drafts coming up.
Nice. Always a good time in Vegas. The FFPC guys, make sure you say hi to Alex and the guys, the crew for me, David. And
for sure.
yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Smash that like, smash the subscribe. Make sure you're tuned in so you don't miss any of the drafts we'll be dropping in the next few days. And stick with us for the season. We'll be dropping some content for you guys. Use the code DRBaller if you're not already on the FFPC, myffpc.com. It's a great time to get on, start drafting, get $25 off. And that's pretty much it, Dan. That's a wrap. We'll check you all later.
Goat District, you know the Pope listens. Dynasty, our religion, for the blokes missing. On all of these trades, on all of these plays, on all of these grades. By the end of the day, y'all getting played. So, what you gonna do next? Try to fill up that flex? Send the homie a text. That trash offer's the best. You try to make it complex, then they text you back. Now all of a sudden they don't make any sense. Broaden your horizons, boy. Dynasty's not for the Simons, boy. These trades not for consignment, boy. Respect your opponent, y'all some piranhas, boy. This my advice, from me to you. Open up your cute little podcast queue. Search up GOAT District, my dude. Pop it in your ear, man, y'all know what to do. It's the... And I always be traded. And I always be traded. And I always be trading. Y'all try to betray them, but first you gotta bait them. Fish.
Main event
We're
draft
drafting
season.
a main event team on FFPC, $2,000 entry team. Grand prize of $1 million.
I'm looking for that $1 million top prize.
Main event season is in full swing.